Oh, God.
He's still watching me. We were rolling into Detroit to do a show, and our bus driver, a lovely man from Louisiana, actually, let me know how my accent is in a minute.
I'm going to do that.
Shouted down the bus, "Look out of the back..." No, that's Australian, isn't it?
I'll do it. You tell me what he said.
All right, yeah, you do it, Steve. He said, "Look out of the back window."
Yeah. Look out of the back window.
He sounded just like that.
Yeah.
There's a guy in the street...
There's a guy in the street...
with a dead monkey dressed as Elvis.
I ain't going to say that.
With a dead monkey dressed as Elvis in a fish tank. And we were all like, oh... Because he was a bit of a card, our bus driver. He was quite a funny bloke. Looked out the window, and there's a guy stood in the street with a dead monkey in a fish tank dressed as Elvis.
Maybe the monkey had drowned.
That's what I'm thinking. I like fish. It had got in and realised the error of its ways. Sorry, monkey.
Sorry,
it's okay.
monkey.
I envy that monkey. Why? At least he can die. Bloody awful. Tried to kill myself once, did he? Turns out I'm not actually alive. Is that the one? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Do it harder. I love that shit.
I was actually listening to you with all sincerity and then suddenly realised what I must look like. At a moment, oh dear, now it's all gone horribly wrong.
That's why I'm slightly avoiding your gaze.
Really? Is this doing something for you?
You don't look like you've been avoiding gaze at all.
I say, Bunty, the Germans are giving us a terrible
I've got no idea where I am anymore. I remember those young ladies down the old Holborn Road, and then after that everything's a blur. I was so drunk my moustache is coming off. That's irregular.
I love the way you did that, though. It's almost like it's a, hello, ladies.
Oh, and my merkin slipping.
God, the moustache. Oh, you said that. There's the question, would you go to a Wiggles concert if the red wiggle looked like this?
A bit low. Come on, Biff. Yeah, give it a go. Put on the Moe, babe.
Oh, hang on. I saw this in Playboy in '79.
There's a bit of Freddie Mercury going on.
No one needs to put that on their mouth.
I bet if I put it on eBay.
I went on Comedy Festival Roadshow tour. We went into a pub and the woman behind the bar said, "I know who you are, love your work, I've got everything you've ever done on video," which I found weird, but, you know, I'm old, so, yeah, of course, yeah. And then I went to pay for my soda water and she went, "On the house, Shirley?" I went, "Shirley?" And she went, "Yeah, aren't you Shirley the Bush poet?" And I said, "No." She said, "I met you at the Camp Oven Festival." And I've got, no, you know, underneath Scott. And she just went, "Oh, well, you know, didn't know me."
All right,
anyway,
$2.60 then.
So then that night, I'm at the pub, and it's my 53rd birthday. We've done the show, and I'm there with all these young comedians, and I've only just met them, right? And I got blind. And I was so depressed, and, like, nobody even knows who I am, and I'm 53, and I'm fat, and I'm overweight. And I got blind at the pub, and according to all reports, I stood up at one point and said, "I'm going to channel Shirley the Bush poet," which I did, apparently. And the only two lines that anyone could remember of the poem I recited was, "I'm not a lesbian, I'm just a woman full of surprises." So that's my big story.
Alice says everything's campus Christmas. And when I would pick this dress to wear, I went, "Oh, it's campus Christmas" to myself. For you.
I just need to check something. Is it a bit of Christmas racism?
Yes. Yes. Oh, it's campus Christmas.
Is that how I talk?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And when he drinks red wine, here's a special Christmas treat for you. His little pinky goes out. And he swans, and he swans around going, oh, that's Campus Christmas.
And do you know what?
No, sorry, I have to defend myself here, Adam. Are you confusing me with a member of the cast of Are You Being Served?
It's you!
And Suggs, was there not a story of you arriving at an airport to find thousands of screaming fans?
Yeah, I remember I'm in
Did
the
they think you were the Beatles?
No. But nearly. I did. Yeah, this plane arrived at Heathrow and we were on it. I was looking out the window, thousands of screaming girls. This is it, guys. We've only been away 2 weeks. It's all happened since we left. Got off the plane only to be stampeded as they were trying to get to the next plane that had Duran Duran on it.
That's wrong. That's just wrong.
I've got an even sadder one. I was standing in the airport, and this middle-aged woman runs up to me, and then she goes, oh, would you mind signing this? She's obviously Australian, I'm doing the accent.
Yes,
would you mind signing this? I think she was a Bogan. And I started signing, and she went, oh... And then she looked at it, and she went, are you married to Dawn French? I said yes.
Domingo was a bit of an epic because I spoke to him just a few months ago, and the publicity company in America said to me, OK, Maestro will call you at some stage, possibly if he's in the mood, and possibly for a short amount of time, like 5 or 10 minutes, but I don't know when, and I don't know if. But you better be ready. So for 2 months, I slept with my mobile phone and my dictaphone on my night table, and then he rang for 10 minutes at 4 a.m. one Thursday morning, and we had the best chat, and just when he said my name in his fabulous Spanish accent, it was like, oh, it's so worth it.
Lucky you were in bed. I've never heard it called a dictaphone before.
Sometimes on the show we drop certain things because they're a little bit unprofessional or they're a bit bizarre, don't quite make sense, so that's why they get cut out.
Sometimes segments are cut out because the references are a bit too local, like this example with Trevor Marmalade from the AFL Footy Show.
And I've got to say, we're not mentioning what that other show was that you're on. But you did a fantastic job on that show.
Why, thank you.
And for my mind, it must have been like a publican who worked opposite a hardware store, in that you stood behind a bar a lot of the time watching a whole bunch of tools. Now...
I've been to paradise.
I happen to know you've got something under your desk that you've brought along with you for tonight.
Oh. Yes. Does anybody know what it's called?
Guys.
We're the pride of South Australia, where the mighty Adelaide grows. We're courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our foes.
Yeah, I still remember.
Admiration of the nation and determination grows. We're the pride of South Australia, where the mighty Adelaide grows.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What's his Simple name? Minds is
Can I tell you a joke?
Sorry.
Quickly before we do the next bit? That just reminded me of a joke. And it was told to me by a New Yorker, so I have to do it in a New York accent, and I apologise for the word that's about to come up. Little girl goes into a pet store and says, I'd like to buy a wabbit. And the guy behind the counter goes, oh, that's cute. Do you want a little white wabbit or a little brown wabbit? And the girl goes, you know what? I really don't think my python gives a
I mean, you might not be bringing instrumental music back to the masses, but a lot of people are going, how does she know this?
Really?
What?
Colonel Clink is watching this. We should do a Hogan's Heroes themed show, and Hamish can sit up there and go, I know nothing.